This is the Do-Win PB Pro, a Chinese shoe that promises to keep pace with the world's most expensive super shoe, but at a fraction of the cost. I've done 50 miles in this shoe, so let's see if it lives up to the hype. Hey, I'm Jim and you're watching Race Day, where I share my take on the gear I'm using as a 50-year-old runner who's still pushing for personal bests. Today we're looking at the Do-Win PB Pro. It's a carbon-plated racing shoe from China, which cost me £146. That's not cheap, but it's cheap when you put it next to what it's compared to, because in terms of weight and intent, this shoe is playing in the same space as the Adios Pro Evo 2, which costs £500. And that's a comparison which is unavoidable. So ask yourself, would you buy an Evo 2 if it costs the same as an everyday jogger? When I first took this out of the box, my honest reaction was it feels a little unfinished. The upper is almost invisible. There's no real padding, no comfort cues. It feels like something stripped back to its racing skeleton. And that results in an unbelievably light shoe, 138 grams, which is the same as the Adios Pro Evo 2, and significantly lighter than both Nike's Vaporfly at 160 grams and the Adios Pro 4 at 200 grams. So what's it like to run in? What struck me immediately was that the shoe doesn't try to impress you. There's no trampoline feeling, it feels like there's no obvious bounce, no sense that it's doing the work for you. There are some super shoes out there that constantly remind you that they're there. Alpha Fly is an obvious example, and that can be brilliant, but it also kind of dictates how you run. This doesn't do that. It almost disappears, and I think that's exactly what people say about the Evo 2. That feeling that it's just you and the road without a shoe shouting over the top of everything. The foam is a big part of that. It's not soft in a plush way, it's not marshmallowy, it's dense, resilient, and very controlled. When you compress it properly, it does give you energy back, but it doesn't announce it. There's no wow moment. There's just efficiency. And I actually think that's why some people might find this shoe a bit boring, because it doesn't flatter bad form, it doesn't give you free speed, and you have to put something into it to get it back. But if you're running well, it rewards you. The carbon plate is in there, but again, it's not aggressive. It's low, it's stable, and it feels more like something that's supporting the foam rather than acting as a lever. It's not as aggressive as the Evo 2. You don't get forced into a particular stride. Instead, you find yourself holding pace really easily. I've had runs where I've looked down and realized that I've been sitting at the same pace for miles without really trying to, and that's not accidental. Now, this is not a shoe for everyone. If you want something that's forgiving, something that holds your hand late in a marathon, this probably isn't that. There's very little structure, no stability tricks, no safety nets. If your mechanics are messy, it'll probably tell you. If you land cleanly and turn your feet over well, then I think it will do brilliantly for you. And this is where the Evo 2 comparison really matters. The Evo 2 is an astonishing shoe, but it's also £500. I wouldn't say that this feels as good as the Evo 2. Let's be clear about that. I wouldn't say that it's as good as the Evo 2, but the fact that it even belongs in the same conversation at less than a third of the price is kind of wild. £146 isn't cheap, but for a shoe this light, this efficient, this race ready, it's a bit of a steal. The Do-Win PB Pro feels like one of those rare finds, a shoe that quietly punches above its price. And honestly, I don't think that we're going to be able to ignore these Chinese brands that much longer. You can pick up the Do-Win PB Pro on AliExpress for £146, and honestly, for that price, I really think it's worth adding to your shoe rotation. You've been watching Race Day. If you want more honest, useful running shoe reviews, hit subscribe.